Hey, how are you guys? Welcome back to another video. This is JC Diaz. Today I want to talk to you about the war with Iran and how the situation is continuing to escalate and to get worse for us American people and for almost all the countries surrounding that area. So let's go ahead and start the show, and we'll be back after a few seconds.
I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars.
No more wars, no more disruptions. We will have prosperity and we will have peace. Under Trump, we will have no more wars, no more disruptions, and we will have prosperity and peace for all. I am the candidate of peace. I am peace.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel. In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels in international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer. From Lebanon to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have soaked the earth with blood and guts. And it was Iran's proxy, Hamas, that launched the monstrous October 7th attacks on Israel, slaughtering more than 1,000 innocent people, including 46 Americans, while taking 12 of our citizens hostage. It was brutal. Something like the world has never seen before. Iran is the world's #1 state sponsor of terror and just recently killed tens of thousands of its own citizens on the street as they protested. It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again, they can never have a nuclear weapon. That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons, and we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore. Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas, and could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message. For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated. We're going to annihilate their Navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called, to so gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people, including many Americans. And we will ensure that Iran does not obtain a nuclear weapon. It's a very simple message. They will never have a nuclear weapon. This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of the United States Armed Forces. I built and rebuilt our military in my first administration, and there is no military on earth even close to its power, strength, or sophistication. My administration has taken every possible step to minimize the risk to U.S. personnel in the region. Even so, and I do not make this statement lightly, the Iranian regime seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost, and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way, and we trust that, with His help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or, in the alternative, face certain death. So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. May God bless the brave men and women of America's armed forces. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all. Thank you.
To go far longer than that.
The administration said over the weekend that Iran was threatening U.S. forces. Now, Secretary of State Marco Rubio explaining it this way.
We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces.
Saying the U.S. had to move fast to avoid higher casualties.
The imminent threat was that we knew that if Iran was attacked, and we believed they would be attacked, that they would immediately come after us. We went proactively in a defensive way.
Democrats aren't buying it.
But if we equate a threat to Israel as the equivalent of an imminent threat to the United States, then we are in uncharted territory.
As we head into week 4 of this war, the Pentagon says each day's airstrikes are bigger than the last. Yet today, we saw Iran strike back in a dramatic escalation to this conflict. Iranian ballistic missiles struck Israel overnight, inflicting damage on a scale not seen here since the beginning of the war. The southern city of Arad targeted, emergency workers arriving to a scene of devastation. In the daylight, we saw walls sheared off apartments, windows blown out of bedrooms, a bus waiting at the sidewalk shredded to pieces. Here at the scene of one of those missile strikes, you can see this massive crater left behind. But officials tell me as bad as this was, it could have been a lot worse because it landed in the middle of this neighborhood of apartment blocks instead of a direct hit on top of one. Residents like Amelia Alouche had taken cover in shelters. You knew this was different.
Yes, totally. That is the first time that I hear something like that. I can believe it, that you can see this destruction and everybody's alive.
It's a miracle.
I can't believe it. It's a miracle.
Nearly 200 people were injured in this strike and one in the nearby city of Dimona. Officials tell CBS News that U.S. aircraft have flown 8,000 combat missions, hitting 7,800 targets since the war began more than 3 weeks ago. Yet Iran continues to hit back, launching the first strike on Diego Garcia, the U.S.-UK base in the Indian Ocean, around 2,000 miles away and thought to be out of range of even the most powerful Iranian missiles. So the clock is now ticking after President Trump warned Iran that if it doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz completely, the U.S. will obliterate Iran's power plants. Iran responded by saying they'll shut down that vital waterway indefinitely if that happens. Jerika?
Hey, we are back with you guys. Thank you. Thank you to all my supporters. Thank you for always supporting me. We are growing. We're growing steady. Thank you. Keep on coming. I'm going to keep on coming. Thank you guys for always being there for me. All right, so let's get into it. You know, the war with Iran has turned into a nightmare for the American people. You see, we were told during the campaign by the President of the United States that there will be no more wars. We were told that we will take care of America first. America was the priority. For a few seconds, for a few minutes, there was hope. There was hope that, you know, wow, finally, this is the time when we are going to fix the issues that America has first. But things have changed. Things have changed. We were duped into getting into a war by Israel, and now we are in a deep mess. I don't think the President of the United States calculated the risks that were going to happen once we got into this mess with Iran. I don't believe the president made the right calculations. I believe the president let Israel convince him. Well, honestly, what I think they told the president was, you know what? Once we go in there and we attack and we take out their leader, they will give up. They will want to come to the table and want to talk to us, and they will give up and it's over. Well, I have bad news for you guys. This isn't going anywhere. This is not going anywhere. What this is causing right now is a major collapse of the world economy. This war right now is causing a major collapse of the world economy. With the closing of the Strait of Hormuz, 20% or 1/3 of the world's oil passes through there. What this is causing is gas prices to go up. And just like an avalanche, I don't know if you've ever been to the mountains skiing. When there's an avalanche, it starts really small and it, it begins to develop until it turns out it's a huge avalanche, right? Well, the implications to the Strait of Hormuz being closed down is big. It's not a small thing. This is going to cause gas prices to go up. And when oil and gas prices go up, everything else goes up. You know, our economy was already doing bad, and now it's about to get worse. If you thought that you've seen high prices lately, get ready because it is going to get worse. Anything that has to be transported is going to go up because prices, oil prices and gas prices is going up. And I think we made a mistake. Not we, the United States, the people, the civilians, the government miscalculated this war. We were, in the end, this shows us that at the end, the government doesn't care about their people. It's just the way it is. Both Republicans and Democrats, they do not care about what we have to say. They don't care. We put these people in power so they can make decisions based on our needs and the stuff that we need to do and the things we need as US citizens. But instead, the government will do what they want to do and then come back and talk to us like we are little kids and treat us like we're little kids and we have no idea what we are talking about. We have no idea what, like we don't know what we're talking about. Well, we are really smart. The American people are really smart. We are not that stupid. And I could see this coming from a mile away. I could see this from coming from the mile away. We were lied by the president. We were lied to by the president. On the first attack to Iran, they told us they decimated all the military complexes, all the military, places. And now all of a sudden, supposedly they were decimated the first time. Then all of a sudden, Marco Rubio comes out and says, no, we when asked why they had to attack Iran, he said, well, we had to attack Iran because Israel was going to attack Iran. And if Israel was going to attack Iran, then Iran was going to attack back, right? Retaliate. And they were going to go after our military bases in the region. So we had to attack first to make sure that they didn't attack our military bases. So it was just a stupid answer that made no sense. And guess what, guys? We ate it. We ate it. And now we are in a mess. We are having to send, I just watched this, over 4,500 troops, boots on the ground, going over there in a terrain that everybody knows is extremely difficult to fight. And not only that, but Iranian people have been fighting wars for thousands of years. And they know their terrain. Yes, we do have the military capability. Yes, we have the technology. But the point is that that's not what was promised to us. What was promised to us was America first. Fix the infrastructure in America. Pay the teachers more money. Take care of the homelessness. Take care of the immigration issue. Instead, now we are being dragged into a war that will cost us dearly. You guys are witnessing the collapse of this government, a president who said pretty much F you to the American people. I don't care about you. And I've known this. This has always been about retribution for this president. It's always been about vengeance. And at the end, this president is saying, you know what? This is my last term. I don't give a crap about what happens. we're going to this war and let's play it out and see what happens. And I think they made a colossal mistake. You are witnessing the collapse of our economy live in real time. You're watching the collapse of our economy in real time. Now we're about to send 4,500 troops more to fight, boots on the ground, sending more people to die. Thousands have died already. They're continuing to lie to us. They continue to tell us that no, there's not too many people there. No, there is. There are a lot of people there. And you continue to lie to the American people. You guys have seen how Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, some of the most prominent MAGA members have completely turned against Trump. Marjorie Taylor Greene. You guys have seen how they have completely turned against Trump because Trump lied. Trump said America first. And this is not America first. What's going on right now is Israel first. We are following on the footsteps of Israel. Israel told the president, we're going in, we're going to do this. You either are with us or we're going by ourselves. And we were brought into this war, and now we are going to pay dearly for this war. And the president, instead of, I really don't see a way out of this war. You know, I really don't see a way out. I really don't see a way that we can just say, you know what, we won without looking like a loser. So I think the president he doesn't know what to do. He literally doesn't know what to do. I don't even think there was a plan. I don't think there was a plan of, you know, in any situation, whenever there's a conflict with another country, I'm assuming the leaders of those countries will have a plan and say, okay, we are going to do this, and this, right? If plan A doesn't work, we're gonna go with plan B. If plan B doesn't work, we'll have plan C. I don't think there was ever a plan. I don't think there was a plan for this war. I think this was just an impulse pushed by Israel. And we literally, the president thought that the Iran will give up and just come to the table and say, I give up, I surrender. I want you guys to get prepared financially, because this is going to hit our pockets. It's already hitting our pockets. And, you know, all of those of you who are in denial, you better wake the hell up. You better wake the hell up. You know, I see comments on Facebook every time we say something about, you know, about the war or about how gas prices are up. Oh, yeah, but they were high when Obama was president. Oh, yeah, but they were high when Biden was president, and you didn't complain. Yes, the hell I complained. Yes, I did complain. This is a completely different situation. You guys keep talking about Obama and you guys keep talking about Biden. Obama and Biden are not the president anymore. When the gas prices were up and Biden was the president, everybody was quick to say it's Biden's fault. Why is it different now? Why is different now? So why every time we call out the president saying, this is not America first, that's not what you promised. All the MAGA guys and girls immediately jump in. Oh my God, you didn't say that when Biden was the president. You didn't say that when Obama was the president. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is the president lied to us. The president lied to us. That's the point. I hope you guys learn your lesson, learn a lesson, which I don't think, because still all the MAGA followers of Mr. Trump they still back him up 100%. That man could shoot somebody in the face in front of everybody, and they will still say, nah, that was not a real bullet. You know, he died of a heart attack. The situation we're in is dire, and it's about to get worse. So I want you guys to prepare your pockets financially, because we're about to suffer. It is sad and terrible what's about to happen with our troops having to go into an unknown place to fight and die for a war without purpose. If there was a purpose for this war, I would absolutely 100% agree with it. But it is a shame that we have to send our troops to fight a war because Israel wanted to have a war. We're having to send our troops to fight Israel's war. And now we are in deep, deep trouble. We're in deep shit. Deep trouble we are. Our economy is tanking. Gas prices are up. The Strait of Hormuz is closed. The president spent the last 2 years bashing all our NATO friends. All of them. He spent the last 2 years bashing all our NATO friends, insulting them, telling them he was going to take Greenland. He told them he didn't need any of the NATO friends, that they were nothing without the US. And now he turns around and says, I need your help. And then gets mad when they say no. Well, let me explain to you how NATO works, fellas. NATO was created to protect all the countries that are part of that organization, right? Should have Iran attacked the US first, then NATO would have to intervene and help and back up the United States. But guess what, fellas? Because we attacked Iran first, NATO is not required to help us because we attacked first. It was an unprovoked war. We attacked first. So they don't want to help us. And on top of that, the president bashed all these countries, pretty much the entire world, for the last 2 years. The last 2 years, he's been bashing all these different countries, applying tariffs on the countries, talking trash about their country and their leaders. And now he's mad that they don't want to help, that they say, no, we can't help you. First of all, because Iran didn't attack you first. You attacked Iran. And NATO only supports or backs you up if you are attacked first. But in this case, this was a war of choice. You chose to attack Iran. And that's what's going on in the world today. These are difficult times. Oh, by the way, the Defense Department just issued a warning to all Americans abroad and inland too. Just be careful, watch, anything weird reported. Go to your embassy in whatever country you are, and just be safe. And I want you guys to know this is all is the government's fault. Stay safe out there. Oh, the other thing before I let you go, the president is threatening to deploy ICE into the airports of the country, just to create more chaos. Because that's what this president does. The president will initiate some conflict, and then create something else to create noise. So this first conflict is forgotten or goes to the past. So, my opinion is this was a mistake. This war was a mistake. Iran had no plans to attack us. Iran had no capabilities to attack us, according to the president, because we attacked Iran and we supposedly destroyed their capabilities. So they were supposed to not have any missiles, anything. All of a sudden now they have missiles. They have long range missiles. They have everything. And now we're having to go boots on the ground to Iran to fight this war. We were lied to. And I believe this president at the end said, you know what? It is what it is. It's my last term. I don't give a crap anymore. Let's just do it. And see what happens with no plan, no nothing. And this is not the America first that we were supposed to get. This is looking more like Israel first and America second. This is what this is looking like. So I just thought I'll make this video, to let you guys know how I feel, because I feel we've been cheated by the president and the government. I feel we've been lied to. He lied. He's a liar. He's been bashing our NATO allies, and now he's asking for help, and nobody will help him. Nobody will help him. Pretty much the entire world hates America right now. And it's not thanks to Biden and Obama. It's thanks to President Trump. So thank you, President Trump. Thanks to you, America hates, the rest of the world pretty much hates us right now. So this is the word I have for you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing week. And I'll be seeing you guys on the next video. This was my take on the Iran war. Take care, have a good day, and peace.